Hi, my name's Ian. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to a new video. We're currently away up in the Lake District for nearly 3 weeks, and we're going to be at 3 different locations. And what I'm planning on doing is putting out 3 separate videos on those 3 different locations. The first one we're at is just outside of Newby Bridge, at the bottom of Windermere. There's the tiny little 5CL site, Caravan Club 1, £16 a night, which is nice and cheap. Electric hookup on there, and basically just somewhere to empty the toilet, empty the wastewater, and obviously fill it with fresh, and that's basically it. But it's the kind of site that we really like. It's adult only, so there's no noisy kids on site, and very, very peaceful. The only thing about it slightly is it's near to a very busy main road, but we have actually stayed at this site twice before, so we know what we're up for. Plan for the holiday going forward is we're going to be doing a lot of walking and a lot of cycling, and I've got myself a new action camera which I'm actually filming on now, which will allow hopefully some slightly smoother cycle footage to what I've done on the previous 2 videos when we've been away, and we've done a bit of cycling, and the camera's been shaking about a bit, so fingers crossed on this particular holiday some of the cycling footage may be better than what it has been previously. On Thursday, it's Tuesday today, we're going to be going paddleboarding, so I'm going to get out the old Acaso video camera that's actually got some waterproof facilities to work with it, because the one I've got at the moment that I'm shooting with hasn't got anything waterproof with it, so I'm not planning on dipping that in the water, bearing in mind how much it cost. But the old Acaso one, I mean, that was about 25 quid. If it gets drowned, then it's not going to be the end of the world, so hopefully when we get paddleboarding I'll be able to shoot some footage on that. So that's where we are with regards to the holiday and what we plan on doing. What I'll do now is I'll flip the camera around and show you a little bit of where we are. So this is just a lane just down from where we're staying. It's actually just over the road from the site. So we'll just head back up the little track here. On our trip up here today, we went to a place called Sizergh Castle, and I'll slip some footage of that in a minute. You'll be able to sort of see where we went there. It actually took us longer to do the last 10 minutes of the journey, or what should have been 10 minutes of the journey. We got stuck in traffic, so from Sizergh Castle to here is about a 10-minute drive. And it took us 2.5 hours, as the main road that runs from Kendal up to where we are got us blocked by quite a nasty accident, I think. So anyway, this is where we are. This is the little CL, and we're parked just here on the end. As I said, a little 5CL site, so there's only 5 vans on it. Well, in fact, at the moment there's only us and 2 other caravans on here. But give you a view of where we are. Spin round to where we are. So yeah, we're parked up there. Got table and chairs out, and also, well, we've had the Kadak out already for cooking tea. Well, here we are. We just found the perfect spot for lunch. The wife's having a good munch on some fruit, very healthy, and then we'll get into the naughty stuff shortly. There we go, check this out for a view. There's the missus doing some exercises while we're on a breather. That's the my back's gone stance. After quite a bit of bushwhacking through some 6-foot high bracken, we've actually managed to get down to this piece of water. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely spot just to get the ticks off, scrape all the vegetation off, and have a well-deserved drink. Well girls, you're about to star on YouTube, or should I say MooTube. I thought you'd say something like, you know, give me a bit of a round of applause, you know, like a...
She's still trying to lick me.
Like a magic tongue, that one.
Yeah.
Well, if you can hear me through the video camera, we're in the middle of, well, say the middle, the bottom end of Lake Windermere. That's a place called Felfoot, which is a National Trust place, and we've obviously hired a couple of paddle boards. This is my first time of paddle boarding. I've done kayaking a couple of times in the past, but I'm not really a water baby. I'm not actually a very comfortable person out on water, whereas my wife, she's done a bit of kayaking before, a bit of canoeing, and obviously, as you can see from the footage, she's well ahead of me. But as long as I stay dry, that's the main thing. And we had to step in the water to start off with to get onto the boats, well, the paddleboard should I say. And the water's rather icy. I mean, it is actually quite a nice day. It's actually forecast better than what they said it was going to be. They did forecast it to be raining this morning. I think the rain now is potentially going to be coming in this afternoon. About 2 o'clock. So, but yeah, beautiful morning to be out on the water. I'll stop waffling now. I say it's actually quite breezy down here, so actually we're fighting against the breeze a little bit. You can actually see the water's rippling in the other direction. So by the time I get to turn round, fingers crossed, I won't even have to paddle. It'll just push us back down. But, we'll see. Yeah, absolutely beautiful morning. Nothing better. So yesterday we went out for a walk. There's a little bit of footage of that. And we ended up going down into a bit of private, like a private lake actually. We didn't realise until we were walking down here that it said private property, and we'd actually bushwhacked through about 6 foot of bracken, which was actually signposted as a footpath, but it's absolutely impossible to actually read it. And so we ended up on this private lake, but anyway, we spoke to a very nice lady who showed us the way out, but instead of being what we thought was going to be a 6-mile bike ride, it ended up being a 10-mile bike ride. Sorry, not bike ride, no, a 6-mile walk ended up being a 10-mile walk, and we were rather knackered by the time we got back to the van last night. But yeah, this is good fun. Woohoo! It's not bad actually. Yeah, I'm having a waffle with the camera as well at the same time. I don't know how good the microphone is on this thing, because it's obviously in a case as well. So no, I'm quite like this. I quite like this flat down lark of the risk of you know, keeping the balance low. I'll just splash myself with water. What a place to spend your morning. Yeah. It is, it's just nice, yeah. I'm just floating. It's lovely. As I said, this is Felfoot down here, and on the other side of the water, a place called Lakeside is where you get the, well, they call these steamers, they're not steamers anymore, but the boats where you can get, say, a boat up to Bowness, which is like the small little town nearby. But then also you can go right the way up to the top on another boat, so you can sort of have a whole tour of the lake, which is very nice. A couple of years ago we were up here and we took our bicycles onto one of the boats from Lakeside and went right the way up to the top, and then we cycled most of the way back down one side of it, and then we had to get what is known as the bike boat back across the water. So this boat is designed basically just to take people with their bicycles on it. I think it does take some foot passengers. But, yeah, I had a fantastic day here. It's been 2 years ago now. Yes, this is one of our favourite parts of the country, the Lake District. We've been here many times before, and certainly will be back again. I mean, one of our plans is that, I mean, I'm 56 now, that when I get to 60, I want to retire and basically then go touring for probably the best part of a year or 2 years in the van. And I must say the Lake District will be one of the places where we first start doing some touring, along with Northumberland. The other place I'd really like to get up to is Scotland as well at some point, although you need to avoid those midges. Da 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 da. There she is, she's back up again. Whether this is still rolling, who knows? So whether the footage is still rolling, who knows? Well, whilst cooking a lovely chicken stir fry with some paprika and some other seasoning on it, I thought I'd just turn the camera around to beautiful British weather. We had a fantastic morning this morning when we went paddleboarding and the sun was out, but since we've been back this afternoon it's done nothing but rain, and it's forecast to rain now for the next 3 days. Whoopie-doo. Just out for a walk, I've just come across some wild raspberries, and they're very, very scrummy. Here we are, with a bit of a murky view over Ulleswater. Absolutely beautiful there, just like the wife. Excuse the wind noise, it's very, very blowy up here. We are a very windy and very cracking view over the top of Windermere. I think I said Ulleswater in a video footage, I should say. No, it's not Windermere. Welcome to Saturday. The weather's just doing what it wants to do. It's absolutely pouring. When it's raining outside, there's nothing else to do but eat cake and drink coffee.
If you don't eat it quick, I will.
Stuffing your face there, darling. You're the king of the castle, eh? Oh yeah. Yeah. Even with the awful weather we're having at the moment, I decided to come out for a bike ride and not strapped it to myself because the chances of getting the camera wet. But I'll flip you around to where we are at the moment. This is a weir just down by Newby Bridge. It's absolutely lovely. We are going across a bridge. It's across the estuary down near Ulleswater. So you can hear me in the wind. So I'll stop the bike and have a quick look. Just holding it in my hand at the moment, so weather's been a bit hit and miss today, so I didn't want to get this out and get it wet, but I have actually got a chest strap for it, which hopefully we'll use in a couple of days time. Well, we've just come up this road. We had to end up pushing the bikes a bit because it's so damn steep, but this is the elevation that we've managed to gain. I don't know how well the camera's picking this up, but we are a long way up and we've still got a bit of a way to go yet to get to the top before then dropping down the other side and back round to the site. But yeah, absolute cracking view. Decided this cycling lark just isn't good for you at all, especially when you have hills like that to climb that we just come up. We've just come up a track from the site up into some woodland, and as you're walking through it you then come to this reservoir just at the top. Lovely and peaceful up here. I've walked a bit further around the reservoir now to the other side, and this is the view just around the corner from where we were before. Just on our way back from the walk from the reservoir back down towards the site, and this is the view that we've got coming back down the track. It's absolutely gorgeous. You better see in a minute, it's looking over Windermere at the far end there. Absolutely cracking. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Lake Windermere. We're on the steamer and we're going all the way up to Ambleside, and then we're going to cycle all the way back down the other side. Join us soon as we head off on our little voyage. Well, after an epic boat ride and a lovely cycle ride, we finally made it to Aire Castle. We're going to have a lunch. Well, this is our lunchtime view from Aire Castle, looking across the open scenery and beyond. Absolutely epic. This is Aire Castle, which is a National Trust property down near the side of Windermere, not far from Ambleside. It's taken us about 30 minutes to ride from Ambleside round to Aire Castle, and we're then going to ride down to Hawkshead, which is the next place to get to, but we might go via another National Trust place on the way down. And here we are now overlooking one of the most beautiful views in the Lake District. It's called the Wife.
He's after something, I think.
We're cycling now down towards Hawkshead. Lovely view over Windermere to the left. Not sure if you can see that through the trees. So we're now giving the old new camera a bit of a shakedown on this bit of a bumpy cycle track. Well, it's a mixed track actually between cyclists and walkers. It's an absolutely beautiful day. Just stopped at Joey's Cafe for a well-deserved coffee and a bit of cake probably as well, knowing the missus. She's beckoning in me for cake, I'm sure of it. Yes.
Yes, there's cakes. Always time for cakes.
Well, the wife couldn't contain herself. She had to get 2 pieces of cake, not just the one, and she's complaining about her expanding waistline. I wonder why.
One each as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Absolutely beautiful, riding through this sort of wooded area. We've actually got Windermere on our left hand side, but you can't actually see it at the moment, but it's literally down to the left through the trees. Well, I don't know how visible it is in the footage, but we've hit another one of those hills that just keeps giving. We've been walking up here now for about a quarter of a mile. It just keeps nothing, it keeps going up and up and up. When it's raining outside, there's nothing else to do but to eat coffee. Eat coffee? No. When it's raining outside, there's nothing else to do but eat coffee. Eat coffee, I've done it again.